So you want to get yourself a Intel 12th Gen CPU, and I don't blame you. They're pretty good value, especially ones like a 12600K. But then you look online for some Z690 boards, and not only are there so many of them, you can't wrap your head around them, but also so expensive that you can't find anything within your budget. And that's understandable, especially seeing how Z690 is the only chipset for a brand new LGA 1700 socket, at least for now. Though that doesn't mean there aren't budget options within the Z690 chipset, and one of them is this board right here, the ASUS Prime Z690-P. A motherboard that really won't set you back that much, but has pretty much all the features you could care about and more. And the best part is that it comes in so many different variants that you'll probably find one for you. If you need Wi-Fi, you can get the Wi-Fi variant for a few extra dollars, or you can also get it in DDR4 and DDR5, with both memory variants also having Wi-Fi and non-Wi-Fi versions of the board. So there's a lot of choice here for you. And looking at the board itself is very minimalistic, but still has pretty much everything you could care about. Power-wise, it has 14 phases going to the CPU, with an 8-pin and a 4-pin available, so definitely not the most in the world, but still definitely enough for chips like the 12900K, as long as you don't push it too much. And PCIe-wise, it also has pretty much all the slots you could ever need, with 4 full-sized PCIe 16X slots, one of them being a blazing fast PCIe Gen 5 slot, and also one PCIe Gen 4 slot. Plus, a nice touch that ASUS has provided here is the fact that the super fast Gen 5 and Gen 4 slots are not next to each other, but instead spaced out more, which makes sense because these high-speed cards tend to be a lot bigger, like say graphics cards or PCIe storage cards. So it's nice that they're spaced out, making sure there's room for both. Additionally, it also has 3 M.2 slots supporting PCIe Gen 4 speeds for those super fast SSDs, which is great to see. That is all fantastic stuff, but this board suffers a lot when it comes to connectivity. Yeah, that is not a lot of USB. Now granted, at least you are getting a USB Type-C port, and in fact it's Thunderbolt compatible, so that's awesome, but more USB would be really appreciated here, especially seeing how so much space on the motherboard is being used by stuff you most likely will need. For example, 2 integrated graphics ports, both HDMI and DisplayPort, on top of a PS2 port. So I'd absolutely love to trade a lot of that stuff for additional USB ports. So if that is a deal breaker for you, maybe go for something like a Gigabyte port, because those guys are always great when it comes to connectivity. But if that isn't a deal breaker, then congrats, you may have just found your ideal budget Z690 board for your 12th Gen CPU. Because this board is absolutely fine. It is definitely one of the more budget Z690 boards and has all the features anyone could care about at this price point. It doesn't have much in terms of bells and whistles, but again, it's a budget board. What do you expect? So if you want to get this or other Z690 boards, then make sure to use our Amazon associates links down in the video description below. Alternatively, if you want to buy something else, then hey, we just launched our own merch, so if you want to get, say, this awesome design or some others, then definitely check it out. It's going to be up in iCards and also down in the video description below. That way you get awesome merch and support our channel at the same time. But if you want to support our channel in other ways as well, we also have a Patreon, which is going to be down in the video description below as well. And even $1 single month goes a long way in helping on this channel and allows me to make way better videos, longer videos on way more interesting topics. I'd also like to thank my existing patrons Gavin Burns, Ryan, AKB, Meg Sumner, Shin Allcraft, Lansby, and Comic Edge Clothing. Thank you guys so much, support truly goes a long way. Down there you're also going to find our Discord server if you want to talk to me or others at this sort, but if it helps really, plus and there's social media links as well. But anyway, that's about it, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.